Ever since I started uploading modified game footage of Cookie Run for Kakao and Oven Break 2, I've gotten multiple questions asking that how do I do this stuff. It really does fascinate them, and I'm personally enthralled by it. So, here it is, a tutorial on how to modify your game of Cookie Run for Kakao on both iOS and Android to play as the fabled banana peel cookie. To preface, I'm going to begin with a few disclaimers. The first is that iOS is going to be a little tricky. You're going to have your phone jailbreaked and have AppSync installed on your phone to run unsigned apps. Additionally, if your phone runs iOS 11 or above, Cookie Run for Kakao can simply not run on your device, as iOS 11 introduced the infamous 64-bit cutoff, which disabled support for all 32-bit apps. So what you're going to need to run the old versions of Kakao, if you're on iOS, is a 32-bit device running iOS 10 or below. As far as I'm aware, Cookie Run for Kakao's minimum supported iOS version is 4.1.3, so that should be good enough. As for Android, it's been easily emulated on other devices, and I've tested the version I've modified on my phone, and it works fine, so I imagine that you should have an easier time modifying the Android version of the game than the iOS version. In the description, I have linked several resources such as app versions and more. I've also opened a Discord server for legacy Cookie Run modding in case you want to share your discoveries, or you want to ask me a question in case things aren't going so smooth on your end. Without further ado, let's take a look at the computer to see what I have to do to modify it. And here we are at the desktop. This is actually redubbed audio, as while I did record original audio for this, it unfortunately was really bad because it was the first time I ever used my laptop's microphone, and it turned out it was not good at all. Anyways, we have two things, which is a cracked version of Cookie Run for Kakao 2.0, which was the last version that used DXJ encryption, which has been cracked in 2014 a while ago by some Korean dude, and a copy of QuickBMS, which allows for just simple scripts to work. Here I've renamed Cookie Run for Kakao 4.20 to a zip file so we can get the equipment data cookie-run.dxj file in Kakao balance data. Equipment data cookie-run.dxj contains pretty much most of the in-game gameplay stuff regarding cookies and pets, like what sprites they use, and what abilities they have, yada yada yada, without the actual code. Basically, the file is already encrypted as a base64 file, followed by Azure encryption. And here we have base64decode.org, and I'm uploading the copy of equipment data cookie-run.dxj that I've copied to my desktop, as copying and pasting text simply as is will not work because it will just simply be butchered when it's done. I've tried it before, it doesn't work. After your file is done being decrypted, download it. It will be a bin file, but don't think too much about it. And afterwards, we are going to go to QuickBMS. There will be a link to download QuickBMS in the description. As far as I'm aware, it only works on Windows, as most of the stuff only works. If there was a different way of decrypting stuff on Android, I would probably share it. There's also a copy of the script I have, linked on the cutting room floor. Again, that'll be linked. First, you have to select the script, which I already have in my downloads folder as decrypt.bms.txt. Next file that you select is the file that you want to do stuff with, which in the case is the recently downloaded decoded file. And lastly, the output folder. You can just do whatever, don't think too much about it. And it happens as quick as that, so we check the result. And there we have it. There is the encrypted file, and basically if we paste it back into the game, it allows us to modify the tutorial cookie that we play as, which is basically as far as we are getting at the moment, a very rudimentary early version of modding offline Kakao. Here I made a futile attempt to search for the gingerbread tutorial cookie, which is a level 1 gingerbread obviously, but I forgot that I put an extra 0 at the start, so I'm stupidly searching for something that simply does not exist. I didn't realize this until a few seconds later or whatever, but I have no idea how to cut this out, so I'm sorry. But as we can see here, I quickly realized my mistake, and I found it next to, the 2 dots. I forgot the name of it because I'm literally thinking at the top of my head. There is a bracket with all the data. You can either change the data, which is the 100101, or just copy and erase the bracket, which is how I prefer to do things. So here I'm erasing Gingerbread's bracket, and I plan to replace it with level 8 banana peel cookies, which is 101708. As a refresh, or for those unfamiliar with this, the first 2 digits dignify if the object is a cookie. For example, 01 defines a cookie, and no, that's wrong. 10 defines a cookie, and 20 defines a pet. The middle 2 digits define their eternal number. For example, 17 is banana peel cookies' internal number, so we were going to search for 1017, but we don't know what the level they are, and the highest level for a cookie in Kakao is 8, so we are going to search for 101708. And we will copy the bracket next to that, and I am going to copy it next to Gingerbread's now empty area, and that will pretty much trick the game to make us play as banana peel cookie. Additionally, I have inserted another pet to show the demonstration of how to get pets done, which was Cotton Cloud / Rainbow's End. Don't have much else to say here, so enjoy some cookie run music. Okay, so now that we are done, we have to rename the file back to cookierunequipmentdata.dxj, although at this point I didn't realize that I had another file named the same exact still on the desktop, so I had to delete that file and rename it. So, again, mistakes were made, not much I could do about it, so sorry again. After the modified file has been properly renamed, I am now going to insert it back into the zip of the IPA of Cookie Run for Kakao 4.2, which again was the last version to use the DXJ encryption, which has been broken and therefore moddable. So we put it in the same folder. I'm just double checking for whatever reason that the item's there, so I paste it. Typical warning. And we're done. Here I am renaming the file back from a zip to an IPA so it can actually work on an iPhone. Unlike Android, you do not need to sign it or anything, at least in my jailbroken phone state with app sync and everything. No idea why the screen went black here. Now that we have free tools open, we have the generic Kakao 2D, which is the engine that Cookie Run is based upon, and we get the device to install. My phone is named Timothy's iPhone because Timothy was the original name of the owner of the iPhone, and I now own it. For some reason, the installing phase takes a while, so I guess you can enjoy some Cookie Run music. The app installation was a success. Now let's take a look at our iPhone 4 to see how our app is looking. Okay, here we are at Kakao on my iPhone 4. So press guest login. Press the green button. This might take a while to load if your phone is older, which mine is. Here's Banana Peel Cookie and Cotton Cloud, or Rainbow's End. See? It's that easy. Although unfortunately, Banana Peel Cookie does not have any skill of her own, so she is what she is. As you can tell, she has Strawberry Cookie's jumping sound, and she has absolute silence. If I'm not mistaken, did she destroy the obstacle when she was sliding? And she's dead. And this is the recorded footage for the Android tutorial. I have an APK that uses the DXJ encryption still that goes up to Snow Sugar. And here we have me renaming it to a zip, similar to the iOS version, except this will need to be signed later on. Although, this is mostly going to be the same exact steps as iOS, which means copying the file, taking it to base64decode.org, then decrypting it again in BMS. Again, same steps, taking the same file on iOS and decoding it. Although this one did take a while, so I had to make a cut. Once again, we download our output file, and we run for the same steps using quick BMS, again in the same order, the script, the file, and the output location where the file should be saved, yada yada yada. Here, I'm following mostly the same steps. I did an explanation here of what the IDs mean, like 010805 would be a level 5 princess cookie, or how 20206 would be a level 6 cheese drop, but I think I've already explained that in the first section, so it would have been redundant. I'm gonna make another cut here because I've already demonstrated how to do this, and there's nothing much else that interests here, so cut. And we're back. During the cut, I've inserted a level 7 banana peel cookie and a level 5 rocket cracker to take the place of Ginger Brave and Choco Drop in the tutorial, and I'm going to now add them back into the zip as an APK. Again, similar location, same song and dance. Like for the IPA, we renamed the zip to an APK as that's the Android app format, and we're going to have to cut to the phone as there is an app that allows people to sign their APK so they can actually work. So, yeah. We are now in Kakao for Android, so let's get started to show our modification. As you can see, we have a really tiny banana peel cookie because of the proper HD sprite sheet for banana peel cookies simply does not exist. Although the giant potion does make her a banana size. Interestingly, the Android version does properly display banana peel cookies by themselves as strawberries. Although I am not sure if the same weird quote-unquote skill of banana peel yeah, definitely firefighter rocket skill, definitely right. And that's it.